love fly boxes. They're such pretty things. So it's full of such magic there.
I can't believe you got the
Photo op, yeah.
We had a day out on Woods Lake yesterday, so what was your take on Woods Lake?
Oh, I can't talk about it. It was so amazing. For me, I mean, I'm a topwater fisherman, and the fact that you've got lakes that shallow with that many fish around, and everyone here is saying this was a rubbish day. Oh, it was brilliant. Fish on the surface, fish on the nymphs, fish everywhere. Hatches, a few hatches. I know there wasn't a lot of bugs about, which was disappointing for you and Christopher and everyone else trying to see all these bugs. But the fact that the fishing is so good on these waters, it's mind-boggling. It's not like nothing I've fished in the UK even.
That's great. It's slow done day on Woods Lake, but
But the fish are looking for them, right?
Yes.
So they're still there.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's a slow done day in terms of the hatches,
they're all
but the
looking
fish
up,
are looking for
looking
them.
up,
So you can fish your dries out there and they'll still come up and hit the dries. And I love the dry fly thing. So for me, that was a spectacular experience.
Because still waters were your background, weren't they?
Yeah, they are. And I've not experienced anything like that. I really haven't experienced fisheries that great before.
It's quite unique, isn't it?
Totally. And the number of fish in there, the size of fish in there, in fact, they're beautiful brown trout in there, they're on the surface, they're looking for food on the top. And even if they're down, the fact they've got, 8 foot, what was the depth for that, like 14 was the maximum depth?
Yeah, just down near the dam, so it's a shallow lake.
So you can get to them wherever they are with a floating line. How good is that?
Yeah, I thought it was a tough day, but you know, that puts things into perspective.
Right, because you've done this before, so you know what it could be.
It was cold and windy, and you know, we had to. For me, we had to work hard for the fish. We got fish, and we were catching them almost all day. But there was no great spike of activity of dunhatch, which is, you know, what these lakes are so famous for. When you get that big dunhatch and the conditions are right, you know, we had squalls of sleet coming across. You know, that's hey, we're a long way south and we're a long way up. 1,000 metres above sea level and 41 degrees south. You know, and there's only the Antarctic is the next thing south.
So I found out.
Yeah.
Felt the cold of the Antarctic coming up.
Magnificent day. So what's the recruitment of fish into woods? Where are they?
It's all natural recruitment. So
that was a wild brown,
totally wild brown trout fishery. So no stocking. Totally fed by the Upper Lake River, so the trout run up out of Woods Lake into the Upper Lake River and spawn naturally. Limited sort of spawning areas, so the recruitment's not massive, so the fish aren't stunted or anything like that. It's just a great population in there.
We saw a few generations of fish there too, didn't we?
Yeah, no, it gets regular recruitment. Like every year, there's a feed of recruitment coming into the lake. So it's just ideal, really, Woods Lake.
Excellent.
Have to come back when the duns are up and the fish are up in there, thousands as promised.
So that's going to be a venue for the World Championships, isn't it?
It will be. Yeah.
How exciting!
It's going to blow away the international anglers. They're just going to get there.
No doubt.
They won't believe it.
There is no doubt. All those Resi boys that I know in England are going to come over here and just wet themselves. It's going to be that good. They're just they're not going to leave. Going to get their dries out and just go. How can you have a fishery like this?
It's going to be fish averaging a kilo. That's going to be the average there. A chance of getting fish up to 2 kilos. You know, so great opportunities.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
And then today we're going to go out here.
Yeah, Four Springs Lake. This one doesn't have natural recruitment. This one we manage. We use transfers from highland spawning runs. So take fish from lakes that got too many trout, bring them down here and help this fishery. So This will have well-conditioned fish. You won't see small fish coming through because
Is that a promise?
there's no recruitment.
Okay.
You know, so no natural
All right.
recruitment. So it's all adult fish that have been put in
Oh, I see
into
what
this
you're saying,
fishery.
yeah.
So yeah,
Just
so
looking at that.
so there'll be adult wild brown trout you'll find in here that we've transferred from the highlands.
That's a win-win management strategy, isn't it? I mean, you reduce the population up there,
Yes,
so there's no stunting.
yes.
Put them somewhere else where there's no recruitment.
No
It's
recruitment,
a real
right.
win-win
And,
thing.
and create a fishery. Yeah,
And create a fishery.
yeah.
Just for fishermen, or
Yeah, this lake was created just for recreation. So no irrigation,
No
no other
irrigation.
take on the water, just purely for recreation. So a fantastic facility for northern
Way to get out
Tasmania.
here. I mean,
It's
look
great.
Look at it. The conditions are great. The wind's great.
Yep.
I've been promised that there's duns out here.
Yeah, like Woods Lake, this is a shallow lake, so it's got
Okay.
productive areas across most of the lake. So there's big weed beds. You'll be able to access the fish. They're not way down deep, so you'll be fishing through the fishing zone where the fish are.
What's the maximum depth here? Similar.
It'll be
to
down.
Woods?
It'll be a little bit deeper down at the dam.
Okay.
But this end, it's just be averaging a couple of metres up at this end. You know, so
All top water stuff.
and look at this,
Just
the
what I
swallows are
love. Yeah.
starting to work.
The duns are out. The
we've seen
canis
canis.
is
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Spinners are out.
yeah.
So for you, these sorts of conditions, you know, I mean, I haven't done a lot of this kind of fishing. Overcast, breeze, that's pretty much perfect.
Oh
isn't it?
my gosh, it's epically it's good. I mean, but having said that, yeah, I've been told about the polaroiding here that you can get when the sun's out and you
Yes.
can spot fish. So obviously you can catch fish in the sun, but just from what I'm used to, the sun is just a nightmare. When you've got depth, the fish just go down out of the sun and they're hard to catch on the top, which is what I like. So here they can't go down because they're so shallow, and obviously they respond to the sun. But to me, the conditions like this, when you've got gusting, blustery thing, and you've got bubble lanes on the water, and you've got
Yeah.
potential of duns come up, fish are up there.
Yeah.
This is epically good conditions.
And compared to yesterday I was in the highlands.
Mm.
Today we're in the lowlands. This will be a bit warmer, so it'll be
Okay.
5 degrees or more better here today,
Mhm.
regardless of how squally and windy it is. So the duns, it's just the peak time for duns here, and it's coming up in the highlands. So
Okay.
we should see action.
So the
here
duns
today.
come off a little earlier here.
Yeah,
generally
it's
speaking.
because it's a bit warmer.
Ah,
yeah,
that
just
makes
lower
sense.
altitude. So
We better find out.
Excellent.
we need to get out there amongst
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Get our duns out.
Well, thank you, John.
Thank you.
Oh,
I hope
yeah.
we enjoy Four Springs Lake.
Yeah, I certainly enjoyed Woods. Yeah.
There's a fish. I just saw a fish.
Ooh,
That's our sign to leave.
that's it. All right, well done, gentlemen.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. There's one there.
You're done? Spinner.
Oh, spinner. Yeah, little orange
Another
spinner.
little spinner.